Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of The Push with Nick and KP. We are here for yet another predictions video. This would be the third one this week, a very busy week in WWE and wrestling altogether. But we are here to do a predictions video for the Saturday night main event that's set to take place on Saturday, July 12th in Atlanta, Georgia as well. KP and I even debated doing a video for this event, as we kind of had in the past. We have for some, and we haven't for another. And we've just been on a nice little streak, so it felt like didn't want to ruin that just for a PLE that doesn't mean a ton typically in the grand scheme of things. But that being said, this card has three good matches. I think that's fair to say, or three, maybe good isn't the right word. Three matches that could, in the grand scheme of things, be something worthwhile, and certainly could be a draw. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it, and the three matches, we'll delve into those. The first match we have is Seth Rollins versus LA Knight. And leading up to this match, Seth has been on top of the company. Actually couldn't remember the last time he lost a match, so I had to go look that up. It was Elimination Chamber back in February, the last time Seth was in a match and didn't win. Obviously, only one winner out of the Elimination Chamber, and it wasn't Seth. That's the last time he didn't win. So it's been a while, that's fair to say. And then we have LA Knight, who seemingly is always towards the top of the card, but never quite gets that last push to put him over the top. And for me personally, I don't see why these trends would change, at least on an event like Saturday Night Main Event. Per usual, I'm sure we'll see Braun and Bronson, as well as some good guys, and maybe Jay and Penta possibly. Sami Zayn was ruled out indefinitely, so I don't think we'll see him here, but you never know, and definitely always means a very wide range of things. But yeah, interference could definitely play a part in this contest as well, because WWE, I'm hopeful that's not the route they go, because then it becomes simply just another match, another week of wrestling. We see that all the time. So hopefully, these PLEs aren't typically that much different than weekly shows, but maybe we have something else in store, or at least I hope so. So, my final pick for this is going to be Seth Rollins, just because at this point, this angle, I don't see him losing. Unfortunately, for better or worse, you like him or not, LA Knight always seems to get up to the point of crossing that threshold, but doesn't ever quite seem to get over it. And I don't see that changing on this particular night. Next match we have is Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton. I think this is probably the most difficult match I find to predict. Randy just lost that Night of Champions, but as I've said before, I don't think Randy Orton is one of those guys that needs to win to be over, at least at this point in his career. Drew just having returned, I think that's fair to say that he probably needs to start off in the win column. So for that reason, I'm hopeful that WWE sees that same logic, and I'm hopeful that Drew is finally, getting that big push he deserves. Coming back and getting put in a match with Randy Orton. Obviously, two guys at the top of the SmackDown card. I think that's right where Drew belongs. He's done with that feud with Damian Priest. Thank goodness. So hopefully this is where he is now and stays on the top of that card. And getting a win here against Randy Orton, I think, is the first step in the right direction. So my official pick for this match here is Drew McIntyre. We then have the main event of Saturday night's main event. It is, of course, Gunther versus Goldberg. Gunther putting on his World Heavyweight Championship on the line. And while I think the winner here is obvious, and I'm sure is being beat to death all over the internet, I do have one request for this match for Goldberg. If you could please not injure our World Heavyweight Champion Gunther, that would be great. Please, Mr. Bill Goldberg, do not injure Gunther. I'm just imagining him trying to land a jackhammer on Gunther, and based on the last time we saw Gunther in the ring, it was a hard watch. I think that's fair to say. Um, let's not try and reinvent the wheel here. Let's just let Goldberg do what he does, and let's make sure it's very safe, and let Gunther kick out of whatever Goldberg can provide, because there's no need to protect Goldberg at this point in his career. I think that's fair, right? In December of this year, Goldberg will be 59 years old. So, with that logic, I think it's okay for Gunther to beat him clean and quick. As most of Goldberg's matches are, I think that's the right call. So, similar to what could have been at Mania with Gunther and Jay, Gunther winning here against the big hero, the ultimate babyface, in this case, the local hero, Goldberg, is a great way to generate, big levels of heat for Gunther. And I think this is the perfect occasion for it. So let's do it this time. Let's not repeat the unnecessary Goldberg wins that we have from the past. I'm looking at the match from 2017 with Kevin Owens taking his title. Yes, that one still lives in my head. And there are a few times wrestling made me more angry than that night, where Goldberg took the title from Kevin Owens. Also took the title from The Fiend in 2020. So, make it make sense. You get the point I'm going with here. But let's make the right choice here, WWE. Gunther needs to retain here, and this needs to be the last time we see Goldberg in the ring. He wants to be a manager or any other presence in WWE. Fine, he's earned it. He's put his time in. But as far as in-ring competitor and being at the top of the card main event like this, we should have learned a lesson from the last time we saw him in the ring with The Undertaker. So with that, this has been our predictions video for Saturday Night Main Event. I hope you all enjoy this, what is an absolutely packed weekend of wrestling from all sorts of promotions. I personally plan to do nothing but watch wrestling, and I'm stoked for the weekend. Over the next few days, we'll be releasing a SmackDown recap as well as a Great American Bash and reactions video to this Saturday Night Main Event, and Evolution's reactions video as well. So lots to look forward to and lots of videos to be uploaded over the next week or so. But yeah, with that, this has been another episode of The Push with Nick and KP. Until next time, we'll see you then. Take care.